In my mind's eye, we've got to a stage where we should be careful not to craft for ourselves a set of rules that are applicable to the ruling class, and then a different set of rules that must apply to the ordinary citizen. Because on day in, day out, normal citizens receive invitation and arrest once they fail to comply with the rules of engagement. But where it becomes topical is where political figures are involved.
Yeah.
And so, from what we have gleaned from the vineyard, the CID has invited the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Chairman Wontumi as he's popularly called, over matters that relate to a petition that was brought by law-abiding citizens, i.e. Senyo Hosi, Martin Pebu, and a group of others, which petition has been lying there, I think, before the onset of the Mahama administration. And so these are all democratic processes that we have codified for ourselves. And then for me, what the crux of the matter is now is the approach of the invitation and subsequent arrest by Iyoko. That is an area we must watch and look at. It looks as though a certain class of people, the hawks among all the political parties, they use this particular tool in the toolbox. Once power flips, the hawks on the other side will also like to show them where power lies.
Right.
And the showmanship appears to be within a certain narrow, highly insignificant class within these two political parties. If you recall, the lies of, as he rightly said, GHOne Dinapo, the Gestapo formula with which state security apparatus invaded his home early morning just because he was a sitting member of parliament. They did not want to give him the chance to say he was on his way to parliament or on his way from parliament.
From parliament, yes.
So that the immunity we enjoy as members of parliament will not be applicable. Early morning. And you can imagine the psychological trauma. When it was bad then, we condemn it. And so any approach that is bad now, we must condemn. But where I disagree vehemently with my brother is where he linked all this ultimately to John Mahama. Could we say then that Akufo-Addo was the one who sent the security after the lives of Ayene, Dr. Ayene, GHOne Dinapo, and the rest? No. And so these are the things that we do, and we muddy the narrative. We twist the narrative. We must recouch it in a manner that says that, yes, public officers are not above the law, but then the processes, the procedures that we deploy in inviting or arresting them should be decent well enough. Yes, and this narrative, we, the ruling class, the political class, we must couch it.
Right.
And must live it so that I don't see my brother, being subjected to that simply because his party is in opposition. I know he will not be happy if I'm being subjected to that kind of maltreatment tomorrow. And I think that for me is what should engage our attention, first off, as members of parliament and then the ruling class.